So this is a successful payment. This is one of the examples. This is from one of my students from NIBJO. This is a successful payment, treasury payment, using one of the examples I provided in my class. I've been saying over and over that you can use your social security number as the routing number on the check position and your Federal Reserve District Bank as the account number on the accounting position. They're both routing numbers, and that means they're account numbers too. They gave that to us at birth. That's what the Social Security card is. This was for a credit card bill, and she was paid double because the statement that comes in the mail is actual payment. Since it's a double booking entry system, when you send your remittance in to the Internal Revenue Service, they credit you your private property that you gave them, which is on the application to get the car in the first place.
Here's an example of someone getting their property back based on mortgage fraud. First National Bank of Montgomery versus Jerome Daly. Just like this real estate book explains, you can win your property back after foreclosure based on fraud. Here in this case, it's about a foreclosure proceeding by the First National Bank of Montgomery against the defendant, Jerome Daly. The judge stated that the plaintiff, meaning the bank, is not entitled to recover the possession of the property based on the foreclosure because of a failure of lawful consideration. The note and mortgage dated May 8th, 1964 is null and void, and the sheriff's sale, meaning the foreclosure of the property, is null and void and of no effect. The judge then explains how the bank did not create any money simply by writing down a number on a piece of paper. So since there was no actual transfer or loan of any money, meaning there's a failure of lawful consideration, then the mortgage itself is void. That's literally what this book is all about. This book also has templates on the validation of debt, cease and desist orders, and notice of intents to sue, depending on where you are in the process of a foreclosure or a debt collector trying to collect anything from you, whether it be a car loan, student loan, or some type of debit card or other bank loan. The link to all these books are in my bio. The principle is the same. Where there is a loan, there is a lender, typically a bank, and a borrower, typically you. And you sign what is known as a promissory note. A promissory note is just a promise or the contract where the lender, typically a bank, agrees to actually give you something. And in return, once you receive it, then you're obligated to make payments on it. The issue between, or the primary issue is the fact that the lender, the lending agency, the bank, or the mortgage broker or the car dealership or whoever never actually gave you any money. It's simple. And since they actually never gave you anything, they're in promissory, they can have committed promissory fraud. They're the ones in default, and they're in breach of fiduciary duty. So they can't claim that you owe them something when they never gave you anything in the first place.